Welcome to Food by Mark. I'm Mark, and here's how you can make spinach and mushroom stuffed crispy skin chicken thighs. Tonight, I'm cooking for two. Let's get things rolling off by slicing 7 baby portabella mushrooms pencil width. With 2 tablespoons of butter in a medium pan, we're gonna add in our mushrooms. We need to debone these chicken thighs and clean them up a little, but we want to leave as much skin on as we can. We're just going to want to slice along the bone, gently raking our knife across the bone, following the curvature of it. Going to want to come through, release one end. The end that you want to release is the end that does not have this knuckle with this little bit of cartilage on top. You want to release that end of it. Come through and just clean off all the meat. You can see it's on the bone. And whenever I get to this point, I trim it back along that knuckle, come through with my hand, and I pull the bone out. And then I remove that final piece of cartilage that stays behind. And that is how you debone a chicken thigh, or at least how I do it. The mushrooms are starting to get a little golden brown, which is exactly what we want. So we're gonna add some baby spinach into our pan. Cover it with a lid to let it wilt for a few moments. That way it's easier to stuff into our chicken. To season our chicken thighs, we're going to keep things very simple. A little drizzle of olive oil that we're going to rub in to help our seasoning stick. Kosher salt. Black pepper. You're going to want to season both sides as well. To our chicken thighs, I'm gonna apply a generous dollop of steam roasted garlic paste. I'll be making a video on this soon enough. Using our finger, just gonna smear it around there, pat it in. Now we need to add our spinach and mushroom. Just gonna give it a quick mix. Some more mushroom in there. With all of our filling in there, we're now going to roll up these chicken thighs and then tie them off. We're going to try and tuck in just a little bit on the edges. Get it nice and tight. The skin flap covering all of that meat that was exposed. And we're gonna do a really strong knot on this one. Around and around again and pull. With the double twist, this will not be coming undone. The aesthetic we're going for with this is almost gonna be like a little golden brown chicken log with all the skin caramelizing up real nicely. Just gonna trim off the excess twine. Into a cold pan, we're gonna place these with the seam side up. So that really nice unbroken skin face down. We don't want them crowded at all. We want them to have tons of space to do their thing in this pan. We're now going to put this onto a very low temperature. This will allow the fat to render out from the skin, and then these chicken thighs will be cooked in their own fat, and because the fat rendered out from the skin, we'll be able to get beautiful golden brown all across the entire chicken thigh. Just behind our chicken thighs, I'm just gonna make some wild rice following the recipes on the box. You can use whatever grain you'd like. Okay, I think it's about time to flip these chicken thighs. The easiest way to tell if they're ready to flip is to kind of just wiggle them. And if they have minimal stickage, then they're going to be golden brown and ready to go. Just going to turn them 90 degrees. That, very minimal stickage. This took me around 15 minutes to get the skin this beautiful golden brown color. But something to keep in mind is that while you are preparing this meal, you're going to have to flip it in decreasing intervals. Because as this cooks, the steam that accumulates between the skin and the meat will help render the fat on areas that is not in contact with the pan, and the skin will brown once that fat has been rendered out. So you're going to need to consistently decrease the time that it's on the pan and flip more consistently. All right, these are ready for their final flip. This one won't stand up on its own. So I have to kind of prop it up against this chicken thigh. While my chicken thighs rest, I'm going to get this rice plated. Now, we release our mold. On our chicken thighs, we're going to need to cut the twine and remove it. Careful not to break the skin though, because it is very firm right now. And if you pull too quickly, you can end up ripping